One Piece is cooking up the goodies, whipping it in the kitchen and providing us with a good entree of solid content. This chapter was pretty fire. I was digging what they were doing, and I'm super excited to talk to you about it. 10:48, Otis coming in. Again, he opened up that bag and was like, what can I give to the people that I know they're going to love? And we are over here, Otis senpai, por favor. I don't know how I went from Spanish. Well, I was talking about a Japanese guy, but I'm eclectic. But anyways, so One Piece, let's get into it. So we have the little illustration art that they have normally for the chapters, which is going to have Brule, I believe, and Cracker talking about, the Germa brother and sister, I forgot their names. I literally just woke up. Infiltrating to try to save Niji and Yonji, or whichever one and two. I forgot the numbers. But I'm always a big fan of Germa. Whenever I can see more Germa, I'm always about that, because Germa 66. Let's keep it a buck. If they had their own series, we'd watch it. I'd watch it. That black raid suit, listen. All black like Batman. Come at me. Let's go. So we start the chapter off pretty OG. It's picking up essentially like where it left off. Luffy was gearing up that giant buckle knuckle to drop on Onigashima and on Kaido, because he knew he was going to throw these hands, and he was like, look, I'm going to need you to move that thing for me, because either way, these hands are coming down, and it's coming straight for Kaido. And Kaido, being the Chad man that he is, was like, for sure, bet, I'll take it head on. Luffy's like, wait, say what? And that's when we get into this interesting thing that Kaido was doing. But before all that, I'm kind of skipping. Momonosuke had that whole little montage from last chapter when he thought about and reminisced about his mom telling him he's going to be the next heir for the Kozuki clan. He essentially needs to step up, pretty much. He was like, put on your big boy pants. I need you to step it up. And so he has that moment. He thinks about his sister, his dad, his mom, and he kind of like wills himself to push Onigashima in the air, to move it out the way, to show that he's got his resolve, his will, and he's pushing through, persevering. And then we have this cool close-up shot of both Luffy and Kaido kind of staring down at each other. Luffy with this nice panel view of him looking down, throwing the hands, and Kaido just kind of staring up, like I said, taking it off. And Luffy's kind of like perplexed, like, what are you talking about? And then Kaido goes in this nice little spiel before he pulls out this new ability, which is, I think, the most, we all have eyes. This is the most visually appealing ability I've seen so far, because let's keep it a buck. Kaido's attacks essentially are something Bagua, thunder, angry, whatever. It's just him swinging his club, and then we act like it's a brand new attack until he goes into, like, dragon form, and he shoots the fire breath, or he hits him with the dragon twister. But other than that, Kaido's a one-trick pony. He is very, if it's not broke, don't fix it. You finna catch these Ken Griffey Jr., batter up, knock it out the park, just swinging for the fences, Bagua hits. And, I'm not mad at it. But this one I really liked. It just visually looked appealing. So yeah, Kaido says his country's hero burned to death 20 years ago, which I thought was pretty interesting, because I think he made this ability kind of like reminiscing and thinking of that in mind. That was the inspiration for this ability. Flaming Drum Dragon. And it's essentially just Kaido spewing out his bolo breath, his fire breath, and it slowly encompasses his whole body and literally just like ignites him, but not like fire. He looks like he's almost like magma-esque. He looks way too hot for just the typical flames, but it just looks like an insanely intense version of it. Flaming Drum Dragon. This has been a lawless land since then. They've wanted all this time for you saviors to show up. This is Kaido talking to Luffy as he's enveloping his new form. And while that's happening, you see Luffy pull his hand back, screaming hot. And then, Luffy's kind of pretty much just like, rubbing his hands, tripping out and everything like that. And Kaido says, don't worry, it's okay to let go. I assure you I won't run. After all, your right hand won't come down crashing on me. Pretty much saying, look, I'm not tripping. You felt this heat. I'm not going anywhere. I don't need to move, partner. I'm so hot. You can't even touch me, so there's no point for me to move. And then there's a nice little glimpse of the show, Kaido's tail brushing against one of the horns of Onigashima, literally just melting it like butter, just straight juice. And then he goes, because I'm going to vaporize it. Kaido says that with a nice close-up on his eyes while he's enveloped in the flames. And that's pretty dope. And Luffy being the main character that he is, he says, like, I'll let that happen, Gumu Gumu no. And then Kaido signifies his attack name, Rising Dragon. And then we have a nice little callback to Luffy talking about when he was training, when he was in the camp, talking about how he's utilized Haki, aka Rio, in their land in Wano, and how he knows how to now attack without having to physically hit them, which is something that we all knew Conqueror's Haki, or this new version of Haki, was going to now incorporate. Luffy was already using it throughout the fight, but he was just essentially just saying that again just to let us know for a little bit of reference. And then he unlocks a new attack, Bajrang Gun, which I believe is something in regards to like a Hindu monkey god, which is the inspiration for the attack. So I mean, hey, cool, man. It's a big old punch. It's a big old punch. And Kaido just comes blazing up, no pun intended, blazing back. I just read it again, blazing bagua. And here I gave my man Kaido some credit. Here I was like, my man's got a new bag, new attack, new ability. It's gonna be something crazy. Kaido is so simple, man. You gotta love it. He's the fire bagua, the hot bagua, spicy hot Cheetos bagua. Sir, just take off the bagua at the end and I'm fine with the attack. Call it whatever you want. Just stop saying bagua. We get it. You like baguas. Can we have something else? No pressure. But I'd appreciate it. Thank you, Kaido. But so he fires off the attack and they're colliding in midair. Luffy's a little bit perplexed. He's a little bit caught off guard because the moment that their Conqueror's Haki connect, it just sends off a brilliant light, huge shockwave, huge light flashing, and it just blinds Luffy while Kaido is just taking it in the face, mouth wide open, gnawing on Luffy's hand, just like mano a mano. They're both just kind of willing and pushing back and forth with just the sheer energy. It's not even connecting, it's just the energy pushing back. And then we have a split scene of Usopp taking some of the remainder of the samurai still inside of Onigashima. They're running around, having moments of despair, nervousness. Usopp's kind of tripping out. And then it shows the rest of the other samurais and whoever's left over after the fight inside of Onigashima, pretty much just saying, hey, take down Kaido. We appreciate it, Luffy. Come on, you got it. And we have a flashback now that goes back to, shows all the samurais during the point where Odin was being boiled alive in the vat of hot oil before he gets shot. And then they're all shown Kinemon. My man's name was Kinemon. I was gonna get there. The gears were warming back up. Kinemon. So it shows Kinemon and the rest of the samurai Raizo and so on running away during the moment. They're saying, don't look back. They're all screaming for Odin-sama. Then you hear the bang in the background, and it shows all the samurais crying, followed by, I don't remember his name, but I refuse to say his name too. The freaking daimyo, the lame dude, the Hydra guy. He's just, being the little snitch sucker that he is, saying, okay, don't let the samurais escape, so on and so forth. And it shows a younger version of Kaido, talking about, okay, now it's our turn to go and wipe out the entire family, the entire Ozaki bloodline. We hear he has a son, Momonosuke, and Kaido's like, I'll deal with it myself. Shows Kaido now on the move, going through the town, wreaking havoc, murdering, killing, slaughtering people to find them and just wipe out any and all resistance of the Ozaki clan and anyone who might even be a potential, threat to what the new regime is that they're setting up. And it shows everyone again being slaughtered, shot, and just essentially just mayhem, pure mayhem. The Ozaki clan, the Kozuki clan, the Kozuki clan house is burned down, as we've seen, where, they all went back in time, and Momonosuke had that moment when he thought about what was going on in his house with his mom. That home is now burned down, and then everyone's talking about, oh yeah, everyone's dead. There's no one left over, so on and so forth. And then there's a nice little moment that shows the remaining samurai, and I believe it was these samurais that were in the cave that Yamamoto came across at one time when she was being mistreated by Kaido and beaten up and left to starve, and they were the ones who were in the cave that she saw, who kind of cut free from the chains to go and fight off. Now we have Hydra Man. I forgot his name. I'm not gonna remember his name. I'm gonna go lie. Hydra Man and Kaido pretty much saying, look, you can either follow me or you're gonna die. And of course, samurais, being the OG samurai chattelings that they are, were like, bet, pick up these blades, players, see me. But when I tell you they got that work, that business, that 9 to 5 clocking overtime work, you don't go home, you stay here and you punch that clock. Work. Woo! Jesus, Kaido was bolo breathing everybody. I was like, not an armament Haki, Conqueror's Haki in sight. God dang, y'all was just hitting them with swords? Regular, schmegular metal? Ha! Have fun. And yeah, so the chapter is showing a couple of panels of them just getting slaughtered. They have cannonballs, regular swords, and nothing's working. Nothing is working. And yeah, the remaining effect is now you see the samurais who were left over in distraught. You know, they're afraid to say Kaido's name. They show the factories being put up. All the remaining men are being taken into the factories. Essentially, everything that's built up to what happened in Wano now. Factories being made, all the strong and able-bodied men are now working in these factories under ridiculous conditions. They're being taken away from their homes. Water is, being polluted. Crops aren't growing. And essentially, it's just them showing how terrible the conditions have transformed ever since Kaido and Hydra Man came. I'm not going to remember his name, man. They're just showing essentially like what happened now. And this is essentially like a nice little build-up to say, this is everything they've been through. This is everything the people of Wano had to suffer through, had to deal with, and had to just endure until this moment with the saviors, which I thought was an interesting, kind of tie-in the beginning that Kaido stated when he transformed into his new attack. The saviors, which I think is a running theme through this whole chapter, are now here. And it's going to look nice tying into the end of the chapter where, again, in Wano, they were having the light festival, and they were sending all those little chandeliers or the little paper mache lights, I don't know what they're called, up into the sky. And each one of those things were going to have like some sort of wish or hope that they write on top of it to like usher in a new time, a new year. And I think that's quite, like a nice little dichotomy that they're showing, a nice little comparison of all the stuff that they're going for. Now their hopes are being driven up and held on by the One Piece Straw Hat Pirates, who are now the new faces of their hope. Their saviors are here. But to go back to the story, yeah, now it shows, the lack of food, the lack of nutrition. They were forced to eat the smile fruits, and now they're just stuck here laughing and smiling, forever stuck, acting like everything's okay in this situation, which is like a living hell for them. And yeah, these cats are wild. And then we get back to the moment where Hydra Man, who was on fire for like 30 chapters, comes back. He's about to kill the last chick from the Kozuki clan. I am out of it today, yo. And he's talking his smack. He's coming in. And Pompadour hair man, who we all thought was a bad guy for the longest, who's actually a double agent for Kaido, for Odin, comes and cuts his head off. And we're kind of like, okay, I hope this time it's legit. I hope it's legit. And I think what's the interesting thing is, as that happened, there was this little lantern that said, please make Orochi disappear, as he gets his head cut off. So I don't know if this is just, I don't know if this is Odin's way of saying, hey guys, don't worry, I got you this time. He's done, not gonna play y'all again. Because if I come back next chapter and I see a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure to be continued with my man just dun dun, I'm finna karate chop somebody in the goddamn throat, because this is out of pocket now. I'm like, you can't have 9 lives, or you got 1 life for each one of them heads. Come on, player, I'm gonna need you to cut it out. Cut it out. Yeah. So as that happens, then it goes back to the final Conquer Haki clash between Kaido and Luffy, as now they're kind of pushing through with that attack, and Luffy's got the barrage or mirage. Listen, I'm not trying to disrespect the name, but I clearly don't know what I'm saying. He's got the new Monkey King. I'm just gonna say that Monkey God Punch that's coming down, and Kaido out here looking like the Phoenix Force from X-Men, just pure fire, which is wild, because this is the stuff that's annoying to me. Kaido, why are you playing? I mean, I get it. He's just enjoying the fight. I couldn't be a bad guy. I couldn't be a villain. Y'all wouldn't get any fun from me. Episodes will be over quick. Chapters will be done for a second. I'd be out here like every time we've ever played a Pokemon game and we were stuck running through grass and we were over it. Level 99 Blastoise, Charizard, whatever. Level 7 Rattata. You're going to get this Hydro Pump to the face. Point blank. Cannon right to the nostril. I hope your generation feels this. I hope your lineage is going to feel this pressure I put on you. I hope you get the 2-piece that your grandparents feel and her hip comes out of place in heaven. That's how you finna get this heat. If I was a bad guy, I'd been giving this heat from the jump. You get full power right out the gate, because this attack looks insanely powerful. It looks more powerful than just like regular Bagwalls, and then Kaido's like, I'm having fun. So if you don't, Flaming Dragon, Death God, Phoenix Force, Bagua him and just call it a day, because this attack looks insanely more powerful than all the other things he's done. So Kaido, get it in. That is my review for One Piece 1048. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like what is happening on my channel. I'm going to be much more consistent in regards to uploading more content, particularly more videos of other mangas, as well as probably reviews for other animes and things of that nature. But with that being said, it's your man Shanime. Life, liberty, love, you know the vibes. We out.
Rocking alone up in the city nights, yeah. Whipping and dipping, I just need a new way. Call on your phone, girl, I'ma need you right here. Back in my feelings, but it's really too late. Oh, it's a mistake, it's a mistake.